now we're in front of the Engine Company 51, one of the older fire stations in Boston's fleet of fire stations. There are 54 buildings throughout the city of Boston, 54 fire stations. This building was built in the 1890s, a rather stately, fairly historic building, and a really important part of the fabric of the community. So in terms of renovate or replace, this building was a gem that was really worth renovating and preserving. We replaced the overhead doors with full glass doors so that there's visual communication from the park back to the fire trucks, from the firefighters out to the community. We had to carefully take the building envelope apart, take out various parts of the brick, of the masonry, remove steel that was 100 years old and put new steel in, and then rebuild the brick in a way that was sensitive not only to what the building looked like, but also structurally how the building held together. So we had to rebuild the building from the ground up. This building was designed for horse and carriages, but we had to make it hold up, an engine and a ladder. In our renovation of this building allowed the Boston Fire Department to develop a new standard for their kitchens. There had never been a standard for their kitchens before, and we were very proud to be the architects who developed that standard. Turned into the largest renovation that Boston Fire Department had undertaken to date on any facility, and now it's a state-of-the-art facility with all the bells and whistles of everyday fire stations. So here we're in the stairwell of the building. The stairwell was originally a very tight, cramped place. Take the old failing wooden stair out, gave them a bit more elbow room. Also rebuild the stair with steel and concrete and make it so that it functions in a contemporary way, and it's very strong and durable for these guys to get to the rigs quickly or get out of the house in an emergency. So in this part of the building, what we were doing was replacing the exterior windows. We found that this beautiful wood floor was hidden under years and years of paint, decades of paint, and so we sanded the floors down, brought them back to life, rebuilt the historic windows, and really brought the building back to life. We're up on the third floor of the house, and it's really a combination day room, occasional bunk room. But when we found this part of the building, it was dark, it was dirty, there was a century of soot on the ceiling. So what we ended up doing was taking the building apart on this level from the inside out and from the outside in, and replaced all of the windows, took out the painted over panels and put in new windows, so the daylight is fantastic up here. And we decided to not put the plaster back, but in fact, again, reflect the red brick building that it is on the inside. And we can see that the building has turned into a glorious open-aired structure throughout on the upper levels. And they love this room. It's a really fantastic room.